Howdy folks, my name is Janaki.
And this is Madame Bathsheba.
And together we are Catomancy Tarot. So guess what? This is going to be my last video you're going to see from this lovely, lovely viewpoint. You know, my living room here in Michigan. I'm moving to Denver, so this is a pack with me video. This isn't a super well put together video. This is just me packing up all of my decks and inviting you to pack along with me. This might be a good video if you have if you need to do the dishes, if you got to do a little task and you just want a little bit of company, someone doing something while you're doing something. That might be a good way to watch this video. It's a little janky, but we're moving. We're not judging the mess. It's all part of the process. It will be beautiful in another place. Once again, so if that sounds like something you're into, this is also, you technically do get to see all of the decks in my collection, but I'm not really doing a deep in-depth kind of collection video here. This is like, here it is, it's going in a box. So that's what we're up to today. So if that sounds good, then buckle up, because we've got some packing to do.
Alrighty, folks. So here is the task. This is my main tarot shelf. Most of my decks do live on here. I've got them kind of sort of color-coded. And it's pretty full up, so most of the decks live there. We're gonna try and see if they all fit in. I have two nice tubs. Everything else will go into cardboard boxes, but we're gonna see how many of these will get in, and if my estimate is like woefully inadequate. But the other places I keep my decks are, I've got my little basket and overflow here on my table. Also, pardon the mess. I am moving. Please do not judge. So here's one spot. And then over here in my office, I've got an overflow. And these are decks that sometimes there's like empty boxes of decks that I've made bags for. Or these are decks that are in my kind of like purgatory. So we're gonna have to pack up these guys as well. And these are the ones that I decided not to try and sell a bunch of decks before I move, just because like the thought of just like a couple post office trips this week was just like too overwhelming. So I might do that later. I might once I move. And mostly, if things get tight this summer, then I'll definitely be trying to sell some things off. So that's another place I keep decks. And then the very last place I keep my decks is on my bedside table. These are all the decks that I'm like actively using. I'm like a bedtime tarot reader, so they're all right here. And I'll probably leave these out. I still have like a few days before I actually have to move, so we're gonna keep these out until it's the last minute, because I kind of need those. And Kitty says hello.
Okie dokie, so I figure we just grab a bin and start in and see what we're dealing with here. Starting from the bottom, I've got all of my decks that come in black, so these are all my like spooky goth vampire kind of decks. Here we've got Telesma. I'm not doing this in any kind of order. Also, sometimes I should have some like paper towel for dusty. Sometimes you brush dust and it feels a little cobwebby and you get spooked. Let's see here. I've got a backup of the Ritual Tarot. I've got different editions of that one. Here we've got Manzel's Tarot. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. We've got the Agorov Tarot, favorite of mine. Doesn't see a lot of use, but I very much do love it. We've got the Gothic Tarot, out of print, really cool, majors only deck. We've got, this is the Mysteries of the Black Madonna. This is Tell Me You Love Me, the French edition, Oracle. Then I've got Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. This is one that I've thought about rehoming, but I have a first edition and I like that edition the best. And it does feel like I don't have anything else quite as like, it's very like comic booky, which is fun. So there's nothing quite else like it in my collection. So it stays. And then I've got the, I probably don't need to hang on to this box. It's big, it's annoying. It's pretty though. I like it. Oh, I don't know. We'll put it. I've made a bag for this one. I probably don't need to keep it. All right, next shelf. We've got some 3 US Games decks. We've got Crow's Magic, Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg, Medieval Scampini, the Graven Images Oracle. This is the personal oracle, the tiny version. We're just kind of like seeing who's gonna fit where. It's very Tetris-y. Spirit Speak, little guy. A few more little guys here. This box is empty, but I'm keeping the box. It's Black Lily, Cards of Chaos, both by the same creator. This is an old-timey. This is from Tarot Collectibles. Who are you? It's this deck. You guys know this one? I forget. Thompson Lang. Thompson Lang. That's who it is. A fun little historic guy. Alright, those are going in there. Here we have the Zigeuner Tarot. A fun little vintage guy. How are we doing on weight? These might be like heavy, but we're strong. We can carry things. Maybe we'll see how heavy it gets. Death Doula, Heavenly Bodies. Oh boy. I guess I'm really moving, huh? Ethel Calhoun, Apparition Tarot. Living Altar. Not really big, heavy decks. Yikes. Okay, let's see here. This is the Swedish Witch Tarot, whatever that one's called. 2 different Marseille decks that I've got here. I don't remember their names. This is I made a pouch for the Roundy Oracle, the nature guy. This is where you can really start to tell that I'm more of I'm bad with names, good with faces, Cantagy, we got there. Anyways, that will go there. Few more vintage guys. Tarot Classic, Tarot Bulby. We've got the Pixie Oracle. Not sure how that's gonna fit. Trickster's Journey Tarot. Ooh, we've got my Kazanlar. I think I'm gonna, in my suitcase on the plane, I'm flying with my cat, so, and it's just a little carry-on, but I think there's gonna be like 3 decks that I take with me that I won't put in a bin just in case something happens, and that's gonna be, I have the another edition of the Kazanlar, and then it's gonna be Spolia and Road to Nowhere, because if I lost out on any of those, I think I might actually die. I'm being dramatic, but you guys understand. Um, Jumble Dance, Guided Hand. Jumble Dance is one that I've thought about letting go, along with Guided Hand. They're both collage decks. Love collage decks, but these are collage decks that I literally never reach for. But we're not worrying about that now. Let's do a weight test. I can still lift it. Okay. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's just gonna be heavy. Okay, Dream Dust Shamanic, Abyssal. Oh, jeez. Wow. Oh, it's all starting to feel real. Okay. Okay. Now we're on this next shelf, and I'm gonna toggle upwards. And I'm presuming I haven't been like horribly cut off this whole time, but I could be wrong, so not gonna repack this box, so sorry about that if that happened. Okay, here we go. Another collage deck that I never use, but that's so weird, is the Flying Heart Tarot. But it's such a weirdo, and it's out of print, hard to find, so we're definitely keeping that one. What's gonna be the best? Let's see here. We'll take this one. That's a good size. This is my Book of Doors Tarot. Oracle, sorry. I've thought about giving up on this one, but I'm kind of thinking that one day I'll just be really into Greek stuff and I'll want it. But the guidebook is just too much guidebook for me right now. It's a lot of guidebook, which some people love and need and want, and that's just not what I'm feeling right now. Fallen Angels Oracle, Carnival at the End of the World. And now I'm just like seriously playing Tetris. Ooh, yeah, some little guys. Barbara Walker, classic. This is my mini RWS in a pouch that fits. Runners of the Sun. And we're getting to the point where I have to decide if I keep filling this thing up. We're going to keep going. El Gran Tarot Esoterico. Nice. That fits. That fits nicely. Then we've got Aquarian. I've got my backup copy of the JK Tarot, which is like kind of beat up. The box came already like super messed up, so that's my backup copy. Let's see if we can finish off this shelf, because that'll mean that we can fit 4 shelves into a bin, and that's the majority of my collection, which is what we want. So, okay. This is a weird Spanish Egyptian deck. Don't ask me to remember the name of it, but it looks like this. Which is fun. This is a weird Russian or Ukrainian fantasy deck. that I think might be an accidental knockoff. Voyager Tarot. This is the other JK Tarot. This one's still sealed. Ooh, and then an empty box of the Vertigo Tarot. That can go in here because it's light. So, yeah, that's kind of a full tub. So we'll go ahead and put a lid on it. And we'll do the little weight test. It's heavy, but I can still maneuver. All right, on to the next one. Three more shelves to go. This is where we're gonna get kind of awkward and out of frame probably. Let's see what we can do. Maybe if I should back up and how's that? We can come a little bit closer. That'll do. You remember Babe, the pig movie? That'll do, pig. That'll do. Anyways, here we go. Rumble, rumble, rumble. All right, so we've got the Dolly Tarot. This is my copy of the new Hexen Tarot. This is the Golden Rider. Oh!
Yes, I am. I'll just ask my sister if she come on this one.
Sorry, bumped the remote there. Turn the TV on. Yeager Tarot of Meditation and Navigators of the Sea. How did I do this in the other one? All right. Now we've got the Margaret Peterson, Caitlin Madison, and the Yantra Wisdom Oracle. This is the, who is this one? This is that, I think, Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Yeah, that's that guy. This is really just a little flashbang. We're just packing up today. We've got Rider-Waite Centennial, Abstract Futures. This is my very first Rider-Waite Smith deck ever. And this cute little Majors Only deck I got in France. If you see something and you're like, whoa, wait, what was that? If you put down the timestamp, I can see if I can't help you out there. But I'm just going through these things kind of quickly. This is the Piatnik Davis Tarot. Here we have my Poorly Trimmed Thoth and my Dragon's Tarot. Transformational Tarot. This is a vintage collage deck that I thought I would super duper love, and I really don't get along with it. So this is another one where I was like, I think I can probably let this go. I think I would replace it with it's either the Burning Tiger Tarot or the Painted Paper Tiger Tarot, you know, the Italian one.
Yeah, I think I like that deck better than this one. They give me like really similar vibes. I think I wouldn't need both of them. Ooh, the Anthropologist Tarot. Small spells. Little doodle deck that I honestly never use. Two majors only decks. We've got Instant Archetypes and the Vitriolic Tarot. Tabula Mundi. I thought I would really love this deck. I don't. My favorite part of this deck is honestly the backs, and I feel crazy for keeping a deck because I love the backs so much. But there you have it. This is my trimmed Tantric Dakini. Both of these pouches I sewed by hand when I was stuck in India during the pandemic, which is kind of fun. Who is this? This is that super weirdo. This guy, Ari Kira. Ooh, this is one that I'm contemplating letting go. I know this is another vintage Piatnik deck. Do you guys remember this one? I literally never use it. It's a really cool pip deck. Not quite Marseille, very colorful. Oh, it's the Piatnik Wien, as in Vienna. Yeah, the box is really beat up. I still have the box. It's not in good condition. I didn't get it in good condition, but the cards are okay. They're a little bit, there's a little bit of a bend to them, and that's how I got them. But if this is like your unicorn deck, let me know. Let's see. Les Tarot Celtiques. Very cool one. Definitely keeping. It is an upward size though. That brings us to the top shelf, which you can mostly see. I don't think I can. Oh look, I can. How I'm using my telescopic phone holder to its most telescopic it's ever been. Exciting day for the phone stand. All right, these are my Marseille decks, and I've still got like half a bin. So yeah, let's go. Artisan Noble and the Oracle Belline. Love this one a lot. I'm not a biggest fan of. I'm a big fan of the company Artisan Tarot. They're from Denver, which is where I'm moving. Very fun. I love this deck, the Tarot de Ambiguities, but I just prefer my Marseille decks when they're not cleaned up. So, like I have 2 copies of the Vivial. One of them Artisan sent me a few decks, which was very nice of them. But I think I might, since I have 2 Vivials, I might let this one go, just because I prefer the historic one. And then my 2, who are you again? Yves Renaud. My 2 like Tarot Heritage decks I have are the Claude Rocher and the Claude Burdell. I would love to get the Gasman. I mean, all of their decks are really cool. How many historic Marseille decks do you really need? Gotta catch them all. I don't know. This is my very special. I have to figure out, a few of my historic decks came in those like paper wrappers. Maybe I'll gently set those on top here. This is my Pablo Robledo deck that I got for myself for Christmas, and it is the Carajat. Yeah. Ooh, let's see if pointed corners and bags don't always go super well together. There he is. He says hello. He says hello. But they didn't come in a box. So what do? Do you guys have a solution to the problem of pointed corners and a bag? I think you just got to be gentle and patient. Which I am not always. This is a little majors only deck from 22 Teachings. This is my Sullivan Hisman's Tarot Sheet Revival Jean Dodal, which I have here. I have a backup of this deck. This is my all-time favorite Marseille. It's the Piatnik. And then the Spanish Tarot. Ooh, satisfying. Things fitting together. All right, got my Leonora Carrington, and that at the top here I do have the Casimir, which I'll pop in there, and then this one it's still on my altar. This is the Draxiotos, so I think this is another deck that I'm just gonna like leave out to the last minute because the cards on my altar just make it feel like I'm at home still, even though this isn't going to be my home for that much longer. But we'll leave that out. Alright, next up I've got my coffee table decks. And I don't think they're all going to fit. I think I'm gonna need to I might leave pack the basket and then pack them in the basket, but not everyone fits in the basket. So we're just gonna put the rest of the overflow decks. Oh, decks coming out that wazoo there. This is my little overwhelmed face, but we're doing okay. We're gonna be all right. We have my old copy of When Olga Speaks. I have the new copy. It's beautiful. If you back the Kickstarter, it should be coming to you soon. Get stoked. The guidebook is so cool. This is the Visions of Arcadia. I have a flip through that I made. Love this one. This is the Noble Art Tarot. Let's see here. Who do we want to keep in here? We've got the Alcaringa and the Cosmic Pearl. I think this one's going to stay out. Yeah, those are going to stay out. The lovely lavender visions, the Vision Board Oracle by Amy Zerner. And then we have, this is Tarot del Fuego, and then Marcella Kroll's Sacred Symbols Oracle. I got them out recently because they're kind of my like nostalgia picks that I was playing around with. I've had them since like 2018, which was a minute ago now. Who else do we got? We've got the Wild Goddess Oracle. We have the Aquamarine Tarot. And then here, this is the Resurrection Oracle. Wish it had more cards. but a fun mass market. Ooh, the Handel Tarot, and then the Gabby Herstick's Goddess or Tarot, Goddess of Love, that's the one. Lost and Found Oracle. This is one that I think is going to be replaced in my collection by Sasha's new Oracle deck, The Long Way Home. She was the creator of When Olga Speaks, and I just, I like that. I think I'm gonna like that Oracle deck better than this one, so this is another one where I'm like, do I really need this one? I got it this year. It was a splurge, but this splurge didn't quite pay off for me. I might talk about it in once I'm settled. I'll hypothetically have time to make a mid-year tarot tag, so I might talk about that. This is the Creativity Oracle, and that's about all that's gonna fit in these bins. So I'm waiting on some cardboard boxes, and I'll pack up this basket. I have this basket, and then my bedside table basket, and my overflow desk basket. So I think all of my decks will fit in these 2 bins, except for 3 baskets, and I think those 3 baskets will get put into a box, cardboard box, but hopefully that'll be okay. That's what we've got going on here. I probably won't film putting those other, these into a box, but if I can, maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens this weekend. All right. Bye for now. Hi guys. I know it's a minute, but I did it. I moved. I'm all settled in. It's taken me a minute to feel like I want to get back into filming. But that's all right. So I'm going to give you a little tour of how I've arranged my decks here in my new place in Denver. I've got these cute little old school wall sconces which flicker because of ghosts probably, and I got my little dried flowers. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I've settled in, how I've arranged things, and sorry this took so long. Things just get crazy and you settle in and one thing after another. So sorry, due to the magic of filming, this has still kind of been an extended process. The stuff you just saw I filmed about a month ago. So, oh well, but yeah, let me show you my new setup. I think it's really cool. I think you're gonna like it. So this is my new living room. So right when you walk in, I've got this cute little alcove here, which I've put some roses in. My intercom doesn't work, but I've got my little mask gallery here, my altar with my altar cards set up, a nice little rug, and then you recognize this setup. I managed to stuff more decks in than I did last time, but I still kind of kept the same color-coded sort of organization, except for this top shelf is all of my Tarot de Marseille decks. Here I've got my red decks, my orange and yellow, some pinks into greens, and then my blue shelf is very full. I've got a lot of blue decks, I guess. Here we have our black and white decks, and that's the new setup. I think it's really cute. I've got lots of closet space, which is nice. I've got a little, I need to fill out this gallery wall here, but that's all right. I've got these nice big old windows, and then my other kind of bookshelf board game setup. This box over here, that basket is full of decks. I've got some decks that live in my bedroom that I showed you guys before, and then back here is my little sewing workshop that I built, or I turned this into my office space. So I've got more books, academic books, and I've been hard at work making a new batch of pouches for you guys. So those should be ready quite soon. So there we have it. And there goes Madame Bathsheba in our new home. What do you think? What do you think of it all? She's been yelling a lot, but you know, that's all right. She says hello. And then over here, I've been hard at work. These are some of the new bags that you can look out for. I still have to like take photos of them all for the listings, which is what I'll probably do with the rest of my day. So keep an eye out for my next drop. And I will see you guys all very soon.